Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Katie Cray on YouTube and on Instagram, and I basically talk about sewing. It has been 8 months, I think, since my last video. It feels like, yeah, it just feels like a lifetime, honestly. I have a couple of updates for you guys from a life perspective, from a sewing perspective. So probably I've more than a couple. But yeah, I just thought that I have actually missed talking to you guys. Obviously, this is not really me talking to you, I'm talking to my camera. But the reason why I'm in front of you today, first of all, without a mic, so I hope that you can hear me all right. I guess, yeah, it'll just have to be what it will be, because the first thing I'm going to say, one of the reasons you've not seen me on YouTube is, first of all, it's been hectic. 100% absolutely hectic, but also I just cannot see myself editing YouTube videos the way I've done in the past. So although I do minimal editing, this minimal editing took me hours on end. And I remember my very first video, I was watching it quickly just to see when I actually posted it. And the first thing I'm saying is I'm not going to be editing my videos, but I have been editing my videos just because we're humans, you know. Sometimes I'm coughing, sneezing, not remembering what I want to say. Well, you are going to see all of that now. I am completely not in the mindset of I'm going to make perfect videos going forward. They are not going to be perfect. The only reason I might cut them is if my little one walks in. But luckily, it's not at all with me at the moment. So hopefully we'll be all right. But I just wanted to say a massive thank you for the fact that you are still a subscriber after all this month without me. And yeah, it's just been very hard to not post anything due to time, not having enough time, due to work, personal stuff. There's been so much going on in my life in the last year, and yeah, I've just really missed talking to you guys. So let's start with me back to YouTube, basically back on YouTube. Sorry. So for those of you who don't know, sorry, I am a French speaker, but I've been living in London for 12 years. So sometimes I will be stumbling with my English. I'll be stammering. No, that's it. I'm starting doing it already. I will be saying things that don't make any sense at all. I'll be inventing words. I do that sometimes in English. I don't know why. I just say the wrong word. I don't use the right word. Basically, that happens a lot, and that's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. So every time I'm gonna make mistakes, I will leave those mistakes on here, because this is what I used to do. I used to cut off little words, or if I didn't pronounce something right. And basically, if I carry on doing this, I will not be posting. I will not be filming more videos. I will not be posting anything, and that is just not how I want to film. At the end of the day, I want it to be enjoyable, to be nice, to be something that I'm having fun doing. I don't want to be editing. That's it. I don't want to be editing. Maybe one day if I'm a multimillionaire, I can hire, you know, an editing team like all those influencers. But that's not even what I want to do. You know, I just want this to be authentic. And I think we are lacking authenticity on social media. 100%. Not so much in the sewing community, actually, I have to say. I think that's why I got basically obsessed with sewing, because I just think our online community is overall really great, to be fair. So this is why I'm back to YouTube, because I'm going to try to not edit my video at all, and I'm going to give it a go, and we'll see how it goes. I hope you can hear me all right. There might be some noises from outside, but I've closed the window as much as I can with a little bit of there's a little gap, because otherwise I'm going to die. In the UK, for those of you who are not in the UK, it is really hot, and I'm going to need this little bit of fresh air coming through, because otherwise I will basically die before the end of this video. So yeah, if I start with my sewing update, and then I'll do the life update after that, because I know you're all here to see what I've been sewing in the last 6 months, I'm gonna say. I think my last video was 8 months ago, maybe something like that. And I think the last video was me going to the Knitting and Stitching Festival, which is in October, November, I can't remember. So yeah, we're about 8 months. It's been about 8 months since I've last posted. So I've only sewn 5 garments, I think. And I think I've got 4 to show you, because one of them is a French pattern. If you want to see that French pattern though, it'll be on my Instagram. I post almost everything I sew on my Instagram. So I have been active on my Instagram. And part of the reason also I'm filming this today is because I did an Instagram live yesterday. It was my first live on Instagram, and I'm going to talk about this in my life update. It's sort of like a sewing / life update. So I'll talk about this later, but this live really made me want to talk to you again, guys. Obviously it's very different because you get feedback from people. I had a few comments, I had a couple of back and forth, which was lovely. And I much prefer lives compared to what I'm doing now, which is talking to myself in my attic like a crazy person. Not that you guys are crazy, I'm not saying this, but it's just so nice to have people talking back to you, basically. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, this is going to be the version of me not prepared at all. I'm going to be reading notes, I'm going to be reading stuff. I don't have a mic, so hopefully this is going to look okay, because otherwise you won't see this video, basically. So hopefully you are watching this video. Okay, so let's start with my sewing. So first of all, what am I wearing? I am wearing a Sew Over It pattern. This is the Natalia Dress, and hopefully I can remember to do that. I'm going to put pictures of my my dress. It'll be a lot easier. That's the only editing I'm going to do, because I need to insert pictures, which is not the worst part of editing. I don't mind that at all. It takes a bit of time, but nowhere near cutting, you know, me mispronouncing and things like that. No, thank you. So this is the Natalia Dress. It's a Sew Over It pattern. As I said, Sew Over It is UK pattern company. They're based in London, I believe, if I'm not saying something wrong. Hopefully I'm not saying something wrong. And I love their patterns. I absolutely love their patterns. I love them so much that I did apply to become a pattern insider. I think this was, when was this? I think I must have been a pattern insider for Sew Over It for about a year and a bit. Actually, maybe a year and a half. Yeah, at least a year and a bit. And I've really enjoyed being a pattern insider. Their team is fantastic. They are lovely people. And I just cannot wait every couple of months or so to see what the next pattern is. So this dress is gorgeous. I really like this dress. It's proper summer dress. If you are looking for an easy pattern to sew, it was so easy to sew. It was, honestly, I'm just going to check the level of this dress. I've got my laptop right next to me, you know, and that's something I never thought about before. I just thought, oh, let's learn everything by heart, you know, and talk to you. No, I'm going to read things. We're going to make it very easy for myself. So the Natalia Dress is sewing level. It is a confident beginner, confident beginner woven dress, and I completely woven dress. It's a really nice beginner pattern. They say confident. Well, I do think that if it's one of the first few patterns that you sew, you would be all right. But then I've been sewing for 4 years now, and 4 or 5 years, and this was so easy. This was so easy to sew. Even if you're a beginner, don't be scared of this pattern. There is no zip, there is no buttons. I love it so much that I am probably going to make another version. And now I'm looking at the fabric I'm thinking of in my head while I'm talking, and I can't see it, but I'm pretty sure I've got a fabric somewhere that I have prepared to sew this dress. If I find it, I will show it to you. It's definitely the kind of dress that you can make over and over and over, because it's so simple, so easy to sew. 100% recommend it. So the first pattern I'm going to talk about is also a Sew Over It pattern. There's quite a few Sew Over It patterns. Being a pattern insider, I do get really tempted by their patterns because I love their style. So that's something I need to try and see how can I sort of balance sewing for the teams I'm part of, because yes, there are other teams now. I'm going to tell you all about it in this video. And there is also what I want to sew. So indie patterns, big full patterns, stuff that I want to sew that have nothing to do with partnerships. So anyway, I will be doing a lot of that. I will be going right, left, center, talking about bits and bobs, but I want to have a chat with you guys. I don't want to do, this is not a presentation. This is not a work, you know, PowerPoint presentation. That's not what this is. Anyway, so the first pattern I'm going to talk about is the Holly Dress. That's it. I could not remember. It's the Holly Dress by Silverit, as I said. So I'm going to show you pictures of the pattern and I'm going to read it on the website because that's so much easier than me trying to describe it. So the Holly Dress is a comfortable, stylish, quick to sew and easy to wear. It is a great soldier booster. I agree. It was actually the pattern that helped me started sewing again in January, February, I think. Whichever version you make, you'll be constantly reaching for it in autumn and winter. So not a summer pattern. You can skip to the next ones. All the other ones are summer patterns. Just this one that is not, because I've sewn this one back in January, February. So Holly has a distinctive funnel neckband and raglan bishop sleeves brought in at the wrist with narrow cuffs. It features shoulder darts, and sizes 18 to 30 also include bust darts for extra shaping. So to give you a lot of versatility, they've included 4 different hem lengths, so you can make Holly as a midi or as a cute mini dress. You can also make it as a top or as a longer dress, I think. So there's 4 different hem lengths. Yeah, actually no, there's 2. I think there's 2 lengths. Sorry, for the top. I think you can do like a crop top and a standard top, I think. So you can, oh yeah, also a practical holly jumper, and choose between a hip length design or a crop style with a wide waistband. That's it. I remembered that right. So the dress also includes optional elastic channels on the sides to cinch everything in at the waist for a more defined shape. It's designed for stable knit fabrics such as ponte di Roma, double knit jersey or interlock knits, which are easy to work with and will keep you cozy in the colder month. So I had a Minerva knit fabric. Was it knit fabric? No, it was ponte di Roma. I can't remember now. Let me check. So I'm going to show you the dress first, and then I'm going to show you pictures of me wearing it, because I'm definitely not wearing that to show you. I would 100% be going to the hospital if I put any winter clothes on right now. So this is, I need to remind myself, Ponte di Roma, yes, from Minerva. Minerva. So Minerva is basically a company, actually I'm saying a fabric company. They have their own brand, their own fabric brand, but they also have so many other brands on their website. It's one of the main sewing / fabric company in the UK. They are amazing. They are absolutely amazing. If you don't, I don't think you've never heard about them. I'm sure you know them. So this is my version. So to be completely honest, I did not know what to do with this fabric because of how fluorescent it is. But when I sew the pattern, I thought this would be the perfect pattern because of how simple it is. And this would work with a colour that is that fluorescent, basically. It's yellow, it's a proper yellow, but I did think it looked quite nice with my skin tone. I thought that looked really good, actually. So this is the elastic to cinch in the waist. And I really like that little feature. I think that gives the dress a completely different look. I've done a bit more than midi length. I think I've lengthened this a little bit. Whereas I've got my notes here, but I don't know if I've put that I've lengthened anything. I'm sure I've lengthened it a little bit. So the only thing I've said about sewing this was that the bust was a little bit tight. So I made a size 16, if I recall that correctly. I tend to be a size 16 with Silverit. So bust was a little bit tight, so maybe one size up for upper bust. So that's what I've put on there. And then I did a little boo-boo when I did the neckband. Instead of matching the notches, I should have matched sorry, the side seams, I should have matched the sleeves darts. So that's one thing I did wrong. So the sleeves darts, which I think give it a really nice shape. I think they give a really nice shape to the sleeves. So they're there right in the middle of your sleeves. So that's my sleeve. So you've got that's it. You've got those sleeves dart right in the middle of the sleeves, and I really like the shape that it gives to the sleeves. It's such a nice, easy dress to put on. Don't look at the inside because I don't overlook the inside of my knit projects or jersey projects, and I know a lot of you are going to jump up and down when they are going to hear this, but I am just being transparent. This is what I do. No one can see the inside apart from myself, and I don't mind seeing that. So yeah, I loved sewing this fabric. It was so easy to sew, such a good quality fabric. I am pretty sure they still have it on Minerva, but I fully understand that might not be everyone's taste. I think they might have other colours, but this quality of Ponte Roma is amazing. I will put all the links in the description box below as usual, and I will be showing you pictures of me wearing it, hopefully as I am talking to you. So excuse me, I think that it was really a nice pattern for me, because at that time I could not even think about my sewing machine. I was in the middle of moving houses, and honestly I literally saw this pattern and just wanted to sew it because of how easy it looked, and I knew I had this fabric that I didn't know what I would sew with. So yeah, that was the perfect project for me. The next pattern I am going to talk about is another Sew Over It pattern, which was released, I think that was either the one after the Holly dress, or there might have been one in the middle, but the pattern was a shirt. It was the Amy shirt, which I am going to show you pictures of. So another pattern from Sew Over It, which I really liked. So it's really and truly, it is a standard t-shirt, but it has little features that I thought were really nice. So the Amy shirt is a versatile pattern featuring all the essential elements of a classic shirt. So it's got a collar and collar stand, a button placket, long sleeves with button cuffs, a chest pocket, which I didn't do, a knit back yoke with fully enclosed seams using the burrito method, which is something I did, and a beautiful curved hem, perfect for tucking in or leaving out. With a slightly oversized fit, Amy strikes the perfect balance between practical and chic, and they've given us two different versions, so you can pick the details to match your personal style. So you've got a version 1 which has a sharp modern design with a classic pointed collar, which I thought is really cool, squared cuffs, pleated back, and a distinctive angular chest pocket and a pen pocket to boot. And version 2 has a more feminine aesthetic with a gently scalloped collar, gathered back, and curved edges on the chest pocket and cuff. So the really good thing about Sew Over It patterns, which I think is the case for most pattern companies to be fair, you can use elements from each version and do your own thing. So I basically made the classic pointed collar with the gathered back, which was version 2, and I didn't do any chest pocket, and I basically did the squared cuffs. I think I'm pretty sure I did the squared cuff. That's not what it is. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's what I did. So I used, for this project, I used a crepe fabric that I bought when I went on holiday back home. And I have a couple of things to tell you about me going on holiday recently back home. And I'm going to tell you that in a minute. But if you like fabrics, I think you should stay. You should stay watching this, or you could just go to the timestamp. So this is the crepe fabric that I bought when I was on holiday. I think that was 2-3 years ago, probably 3 years ago. I love this fabric. It's so pretty. I don't know if I've shown you this fabric on one of my fabric haul videos, or maybe one of my sewing plans video, I'm not sure. But I love this fabric, it's so beautiful. And this is my version of the Amy shirt. So I used these little buttons. I can't remember where I bought this from, but they're like a grey, dark grey, I would say. Please don't look at my nails. Again, I didn't do my nails. Who cares? You're not watching this video to look at my nails, are you? This is not a nails video. It's not a a beauty guru video. Yeah, so I love the color of the buttons with this fabric. I think they look really good together. So apologies because some of this will not be ironed. I really love ironing fabric. I cannot stand ironing garments. It doesn't make sense, but yeah, that's me. That's me for you. So this is my color. So I did the classic color, and then I did the squared cuffs. So here, I was really happy with how they looked actually. And then you've got a little button here to close them. They look really good. And then at the back, I did the yoke and I did the gathered version. So obviously this is not iron, but you can see a little bit the gathers. Yeah, I really enjoy sewing this shirt. I think it looked so elegant. I've had so many compliments wearing this, and also on my Instagram. Actually, Alma from Sew Over It, she said that this made her this reminded her of the Pucci Resort collection, which I've never heard of. And when I checked the brand, actually it did have a little bit of that, and I really like how this turned out. I love this shirt so much. I'm definitely going to make more versions of it because it was definitely an intermediate pattern. I'm sure they do call it. They classify this one as intermediate. Yeah, it is intermediate. So don't start with this pattern if you're new to sewing, because there's a couple of things that might basically throw you off a little bit. Put you off. So the collar is not the easiest thing, but Sew Over It instructions are one of the best, I believe, in the industry. In the pattern industry. They are very clear. They are so. I just love the way they take you step by step, and they're just very clear and transparent. And I'm not only saying this because I'm a pattern insider. I was sewing Sew Over It way before I became a pattern insider, and I've always thought, especially at the very beginning of me sewing, I thought their pattern were great. I just thought the instructions were so good for beginners. I never felt completely lost, basically. And then you've got the cuffs as well. Cuffs are not too hard, to be fair, but then you also have the buttons and the I think you call it the button band. Do you call it a button band? I can't remember. I think you call it the button band. So yeah, this is my shirt, and I absolutely love it. And I'll show you pictures of me wearing this lovely shirt. While I'm showing you the pictures, I'm going to try and find the next pattern I want to talk about, which is this one here. Sorry for the noise. I hope it's not too loud. Been ruffling around. So when I made that shirt, at the time, actually no, I had made something else. I had made another garment before Sew Over It released that shirt. That garment is basically a simplicity pattern, and that simplicity pattern comes with a shirt. So it's basically a shirt and trousers outfit. I had made the trousers, and the next step was to make the shirt, but Sew Over It released that Amy shirt, and I just thought this is what I want to sew to go with that trousers, with that project. So the trousers I'd made were the Simplicity S9756. So this is it, S9756. So you can see these are the trousers that I made, that she's wearing. I love this. It's so beautiful, isn't it? With the altar top, so nice. I could never wear the altar top because I have no boobs, so that would never happen. But I think this looks really good on her. And the shirt is beautiful. I love the shirt. I am definitely going to make this shirt. It's just that at the time, it just was perfect timing with the release of the Amy shirt. So yeah, so I love the trousers. I am 100% going to make this outfit, this entire outfit, but I'm just going to show you the trousers because that's what I made. That goes with that, and they basically go with the shirt, with the Amy shirt. So this is my version of these trousers, again in the same fabric. So the first thing I'm going to say, I absolutely hate how I did not ensure that I didn't cut my fabric the way I did. Hopefully that makes sense, because I'm going to show you the back first. This is the back. So basically that's where my bum is. It's not too bad, but it's not the best. And then I really don't like the front, but luckily I can wear the shirt on top because obviously it's a matching shirt. But if I show you how I pattern matched the front, like honestly, so this is the legs, and look at how it looks at the front. I just really don't like it. I really don't like it. That's all I could see. Honestly, I could not unsee this. That was it. But luckily, as I said, I wear this with the shirt that goes on top of this because I've made sure to lengthen that shirt. So I'm very pleased with how it looks when I wear them together. So the trousers are really easy to make. What is the level of this pattern? So this is let me just see. It's called, how do they call the sewing levels with Simplicity? Average. So they call it average in English. Sorry, they call it a bit differently in French. But yeah, so average would be intermediate, I'd say. But the trousers themselves, I would call them intermediate, to be fair, because literally all you have to do is you have to sew a casing that you attach to your trousers. So sewing trousers is not hard. It's definitely not hard. These are really simple trousers. You know, they're really simple trousers. I'm going to show you the back because this is annoying me. Oh, also annoying me. So the trousers are very easy to make. So you just have to sew this casing. You attach the casing to the trousers, and then you have to make the ties. The ties might be the trickiest bit, but again, not impossible. And once you've made them, you do buttonholes on your casing and you insert the ties inside. And then you basically, so before you do that, you tie them at the end. That's what the pattern instructions ask you to do. And I really like these trousers. I'm gonna make them again because I'm going to make them with the shirt that basically goes with these trousers. The reason why I want to make the shirt is because it's such a beautiful sleeve, because it's gathered at the cuff. I don't know if you can see on there. Oh, why are you not focusing? It's gathered at the shirt sleeve is gathered at the cuff, and I just love this. I think it looks so beautiful. So I'm 100% going to try and make this particular shirt with the trousers. I could also hack the Amy shirt. I guess it will depend on what mood I am when I start this project. So while I am talking about this pattern, I'm going to show you a special fabric. So I have been selected, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you already know that, but I have been selected by Minerva to be part of their Minerva Makers team. And I cannot tell you how happy I was when I realized that I had been selected, because everyone knows how beautiful their fabric is. Their fabrics are, sorry. If you don't know Minerva, please go on the website and just have a look at what you've been missing all these years, because their fabrics are incredible. They're absolutely incredible. So I have received my first fabric from Minerva to sew my first project. So I'm going to show you the fabric. It is linen viscose fabric. Sorry for the ruffle again. It's a linen viscose fabric, and I absolutely love this fabric so much. So as Minerva makers, we get a fabric free of charge that they are generously gifting to their makers, and then we have to make the project in exchange of these beautiful fabrics they have. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm just so happy. Thank you so much, Minerva, again. So this is the beautiful fabric that I've ordered. It's so gorgeous. Honestly, look at this. It is so beautiful. I love it. I love it so, so much. And I am 100% going to make, okay, I'm 99% sure. I might change my mind just because it is linen viscose. And in my head, it was going to be a little bit more flowy, but no, linen viscose wouldn't be that flowy. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this. I absolutely love the fabric though. It is so gorgeous, such a high quality fabric. So I think that what I am going to do is I am going to make this pattern I've shown you, this Simplicity pattern, and I'm definitely going to make, I'm not going to make the altar top. I can't make that, I can't wear that. But I am going to make the shirt and the trousers with that, and I will make, I'm thinking about making a cami top under it. I think it will look so beautiful. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it will look really beautiful. It probably won't be as flowy as I thought it was going to be, but it means that I can wear this in autumn because it will be probably warm enough for me to wear that in autumn. And I think it will give such a nice look to the shirt, especially the shirt. I think the shirt will look so beautiful in this fabric, honestly. I think it's yeah, it's just a gorgeous fabric. I just love it. I'll see for the cami top. It might not be flowy enough for the cami top, so if it's not, then I'll just wear it with a black cami top under. But that's the project I have in my head. I think that it is going to look really, really nice. I just have to visualize this better in my head. The cami top I want to make with this is from this book from Mimi G. I'm sure you know Mimi G. If you don't know Mimi G, please go on Instagram and Google Mimi G style. She is amazing. She's absolutely amazing. And she has a cami top in this book that she released. I can't remember when she released this book, but it wasn't too long ago. Oops, losing the patterns. This is the cami top I'm thinking of. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think she made that one in a cotton fabric. Yeah, so that would probably work pretty nicely with my linen. I will definitely lengthen it so I can tuck it into the trousers. But yeah, and it's got bust darts. Not that I need them, but that's good to know. Yeah, I think this looks really, really good. I really like it. So I'm definitely going to go for this, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this project. So 3 patterns to sew, only 3 patterns to sew, but it's quite nice because Mimi G is part of Simplicity as well, so it's like a Simplicity project. So really looking forward to make this. So this is my third project, but yeah, second project. So I'm going to show you, I don't think I have done that, I'm going to show you the entire outfit with the shirt and the matching trousers while I'm thinking about what is the next project I'm going to talk about, because now I cannot remember. But I've really enjoyed wearing these together. I think they look so beautiful together. Again, I had so many compliments. Yeah, I just really, really enjoyed wearing this this outfit on holiday. I wore it on holiday as well. Again, massive success, big success with my family, my friends. So yeah, really, really happy with this. It feels like I'm starting to really know. It's only been 4 or 5 years sewing, never mind. Really know what type of garment and fabric I'm actually going to wear, because there's so many projects I've made that I don't wear. I just don't wear them. I don't know why. I think it's because I was still learning what I liked, what type of clothes fitted my body shape. I think there was a lot of that. Also, what kind of fabric I like to wear. Yeah, so I've just really loved this project. So the next project I want to talk about, again, it is 2 patterns that I've sewn as an outfit, and there's another big news for you guys. So now I am also part of the Fibre Mood. I'm going to call them the Fibre Mood makers, but I don't think this is the name of the team. I don't think there's an actual name for us. We are basically the sewists that receive the patterns from each new magazine that is published. So we get these patterns in advance, and we can choose one pattern or a couple if we are making an outfit, depending on what we want to do. and in exchange of receiving those patterns that Fibre Mood generously gifts us, we get is generously gifting us, we get to basically sew the pattern and publish it on our Instagram. I think this sentence did not make any sense, but I'm sure you understood what I meant. So the first pattern I am going to talk about is the Zen Top. I'm going to show you pictures of the Zen Top. So this is my first project as a Fibre Mood, as part of the Fibre Mood team, and I definitely thought that both patterns were very easy to sew. So it's a 2 out of 5 pattern. I'm going to move myself a bit more on the left. And basically they describe Zen as a cute top with a trendy balloon hem, easily created thanks to the elastic in the hem, wonderfully simple but so much fun to create different looks depending on your choice of fabric. Zen is fully lined and has a button closure at the center back. So I really enjoyed sewing this top. It was very easy to sew. The only part where I struggled was the button closure at the back, simply because I don't think I quite understood Fibre Mood instructions for that step. I remember talking to other people in the group that were making the same pattern and they were completely fine. So I don't know what happened in my head when I made that that part of the pattern, but overall I would say it's definitely confident beginner pattern, except maybe the button at the back. But I think overall it was definitely easy to sew. I used rainbow fabric viscose, which they do not have anymore, unfortunately, because I got this fabric from the Stitch Festival in their remnants section. So they have, I think they have 2 different stalls at the Stitch Festival. So they have the main one and they have the remnants one, where you can find really good discounts, really good things. So I'm hiding the inside because it doesn't look very nice. But basically this is my version of this top. I love this fabric so much, and it's so busy with this beautiful tropical leaves. Looks so gorgeous with all these colors, and I thought I would need a simple pattern for it. So it worked really, really well with this pattern because of how simple it is. And this is the back. So I used white button for the back because I thought that would look really nice with the fabric. So this is the back, and I used a little piece of fabric that was quite colourful to sort of break the pattern, sort of break the colours a little bit. It doesn't make sense, but I'm sure you understand. I thought it looks really, really nice when I wore it. I really, really liked it. And I am going to show you the next pattern I made that basically I'm wearing with this top. So the next one is the Jazz Skirt, which is another pattern from, I forgot to say, the Fibre Mood edition. It is the edition 33. Yeah, edition number 33. So not the one that they just released, the one before. So the Jazz Skirt, this time it's not 2 out of 5, I think it's 1 out of 5, but yeah, it is very, very simple. You can absolutely make that skirt if you are a beginner. I think it's a really nice project actually for summer. So they call the Jazz Skirt a balloon skirt with its contemporary balloon effect at the waist and handy inseam pockets. This comfy midi skirt is a dream to wear. The lined skirt and elastic on the inside provide extra comfort. I can't say that word. Extra comfort. Can't do it. And you can easily adjust the length to your preference for endless styling possibilities. So I really like this skirt. I think it's very easy to sew, as I said. I definitely think it's for beginners, 100%. So did I make the pockets? Yeah, I did make the pockets. The only thing I have to do on this skirt is I need to redo the elastic at the waist because it's a little bit loose on my waist. So this is one thing I need to do. But basically you just got your elastic that you insert inside. I did a zigzag stitch that looks absolutely awful, but then at least you can see the lining, so I can show you part of it. So this is your you do like a zigzag stitch and then you've got the lining inside. Yeah, it looks not very nice. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for white with the thread, but yeah, basically it's a really nice simple skirt, and the pocket you've got the pockets on the side. So I did make sure that I did the pocket nicely. So I just used the same fabric for the inside. You could use a different color. I could have used white to maybe sort of like repeat the lining for the top. Oh yeah, so the top, the Zen top, I didn't do the balloon hem because I'm inserting it inside. I'm basically inserting it inside the skirt, and I was so worried that if I did the balloon hem, it would not look nice if I wanted to put it inside the skirt. This is the lining that I used for my top. So I basically thought that it'd be a better idea to literally just overlock the bottom of it, because it's always going to be it's always going to be worn inside the skirt basically. So yeah, I think that when I have some ideas to, when I know how I could wear this top without the skirt, I will basically hem it. But I've not hemmed this top. For the people who know me, I do not like hemming. Hemming is something that absolutely kills me, and that you have to do for every single garment almost. But when I can get away with it, like I did with this top, that's absolutely what I do. I get away with it. That's basically what I do. So yeah, I could have done the inside of my button band a lot better. It doesn't look good, and I think that I potentially know where I got it wrong. So I'm not going to show you it because it doesn't look good. But I am definitely going to think about how to make it better next time, because it's such an easy sew, and I could make it a lot longer to do like a tunic maybe. It's such a nice top. So I'm going to show you. Sorry, I'm going to show you both patterns worn together. I absolutely love the overall look, and some people thought this was actually a dress. My husband definitely thought it was a dress. I am so sweaty. This is insane. I'm so sweaty. But yeah, he absolutely loved this outfit, and I was so pleased he did, because I also really enjoyed wearing this, and I am definitely going to carry on wearing it, because I don't think it's getting colder anytime soon in the UK, and I don't think we want it to be cold anyway. But yeah, it is proper warm at the moment, and I think it's getting warmer and warmer towards next week. So this was my Fibre Mood project. I am so pleased that I have got now 3 different partnerships. So Sew Over It, Minerva and Fibre Mood. And I just have to make sure I don't get drowned in, I don't drown basically in all these different projects that we get basically emails for in our inbox. So I just need to be careful. I just need to balance it with projects that I personally want to sew, and sometimes it's a bit difficult. I'm not complaining at all. I am very lucky and very grateful to have these lovely partnerships. I mean, yeah, it's just such a big privilege to get fabrics from Minerva and patterns from Fibre Mood and Sew Over It. So absolutely not complaining. I just need to organise myself in a way that works to, yeah, make sure that I don't forget about the things I want to sew personally. My last but not least project is the most recent Sew Over It. Again, sorry, another Sew Over It pattern. It's the most recent Sew Over It pattern, which is called the Courtney Jumpsuit. Courtney. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name Courtney. It's Courtney. Courtney Jumpsuit. Anyway, you must be laughing. I hope I'm making you laugh today. So this jumpsuit, I'm going to call it this jumpsuit, is their most recent pattern, which I wasn't sure I was going to sew. So when I got the email, I did think, this is not going to suit you. It's beautiful, but it's not going to suit your body shape, because I feel like with jumpsuit, I'm not comfortable because I'm not Shakira shape. I'm not pear shape, and I just love it to see. I love to see jumpsuits on women with like a pear shape. Now, I think that anyone should be able to wear whatever they want to wear. I am not judging you if you're not pear shape and you wear jumpsuits, because we all love what we love, and this is just my personal opinion. But what I love about this jumpsuit is I could see, even on the pictures that we were sent, obviously each woman has a different body shape, and it just looked good on every single one of them, you know. And I thought, do you know what, maybe this could work for me as well. And actually what I did is I graded between sizes. So I did that a little bit on purpose, also because that was my measurement, but I made sure that I was grading between sizes, between the bodies and the trousers, to give it a little bit more shape at the waist, and it worked so nicely. But let me read about the jumpsuit first. I'm talking about what I did with that. I'm not doing this right. So the Courtney jumpsuit, I've said the word again. Anyway, the Courtney jumpsuit is a stylish jumpsuit with wide legs, practical inseam pockets, and a strappy bodice fitted with princess seams. I love the princess seams. Choose between a sophisticated high neckline with ruler straps, which is the one I made, or a pretty sweetheart neckline with wider straps. So hopefully I'm showing you this as I'm talking. So both versions close with an invisible zip at the center back. I was not happy when I saw that. I don't like invisible zips. I don't like button. I don't like adding buttons to anything. What else do I not like? I don't like hemming, as you know. Basically, I don't like sewing, but I love the end result. So it's got an extra keyhole opening and hook and eye for the higher neckline. Oh yeah, I had to do that as well. And the bodice is fully lined for comfort and a beautiful clean finish. The pattern works in most light to medium weight woven fabrics. Woven fabrics. Did I say woven before? I can't remember. Use a viscose or crepe to add movement to the wide legs. Cotton or linen for a more structured look, or a silky satin for a real showstopper to wear with your highest heels. I do think that this is a gorgeous pattern, and again, it feels like I might be biased because I'm a pattern insider, but I really think this is a gorgeous pattern. And I'm going to show you my version. So I made this with a fabric that I bought from Poundfabrics. It might still be on the website. It is a viscose poplin, if I remember that correctly, that I absolutely loved when I sewed. And I thought this would be, because I wasn't sure what fabric I was going to use, but I think I needed this 4 meters ish. I can't remember. Yeah, 4 meters ish. I just thought this would look fantastic with this fabric, and I am so happy with the result. So I lined it with the same lining as my Fibre Mood project because it just worked quite nicely. And I absolutely love how it looks. I don't know if you can see the princess seams. Yeah, you can see them here. They just give it such a beautiful shape to any garment. And then yeah, you just go straight onto the legs, and then you've got your invisible zip at the back with the hook and eyes. It's a bit hard to show you, but I'm trying my best. So you've got the hook and eye here. That's my hook and eye. So I choose a little golden one, and then my zip is here. So I choose this light purple that everyone on Instagram helped me. Everyone, a few of you helped me choosing on Instagram, like if that was the most important thing in other people's lives. But yeah, this is my invisible zip. I did quite a good job actually. I can't see the zip at all, so I'm very happy. And I also managed to sew this in one go, so I was very pleased with myself, because I normally fiddle with it so much. That's why I don't like sewing them, but this time it was very, very straightforward. I love this jumpsuit. I love this fabric, and I'm just really happy with this project. I think it looks really, really good. Definitely something I can wear anytime this summer, or if I go out with the husband. I just love this jumpsuit. It's just so elegant, so yeah, just so beautiful. I love it. So I'm going to show you pictures of me wearing my project, and while you're looking at these, I'm going to try and remember if I've forgotten to talk about anything, because I'm realizing that maybe I've not talked to you about bits and bobs on the patterns I've shown you before. Yeah, it's just a couple of bits really, but I think those projects have been pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think I will stop there for patterns because I've been talking for so long. You can see my laptop. This is my laptop, don't worry. So now that we've talked about my latest makes, I hope you enjoyed watching that. If that's all you wanted to see, it was so good to have you. I hope you have a really good day. If you're carrying on with me, I'm going to tell you about my latest crazy idea. So I basically went on holiday back home, and obviously I went out fabric shopping. In the end, I don't think I took a single fabric for myself. I don't think I bought anything for myself, because the fabric owner, and we basically started chatting with the fabric owner of the small shop, and he understood that I was doing partnerships with a couple of brands and I was publishing my things on Instagram. I was very clear with him that I was basically no one in the sewing industry, that I had a little following, and if he was looking for big marketing, I'm not the right person. But we had such a good time talking about sewing and fabric that he just asked me if I'd be willing to basically partner with him, start a partnership with him, to basically bring a few of these fabrics to the UK and show them to you guys and see if you would be interested in this type of fabric. So there was not as much choice as I would have liked in his shop, and I was quite honest with him, and I did say to him I'm going to do my best to choose what I think people would like back in the UK. But I do think that some of these fabrics were really beautiful, and I decided to choose a few of them. He also chose a few of them, and yeah, that's how I came back to the UK with some fabrics to sell. So this is why I made a live on Instagram yesterday, because I thought it'll be much better to show you the fabric live rather than just having pictures. That's something that really I find really frustrating, that I can't see the fabric flowing and all that. So I did the live on Instagram, which then made me realize how much I've missed talking to you guys. And I also realized people on YouTube don't necessarily follow me on Instagram. So I'm going to show you a few of the fabrics I'm selling on Instagram. So the page I'm selling the fabrics on Instagram is not my Katie Korea page. It's called Katie Korea _fabrics. So I'll put the link in the description box as well. I think I've said box description before, in the description box as well, and you can have a look. There are some of them I think are so beautiful, and I will 100%, if I don't sell as many as I thought I would, I will basically buy them myself because I love them. So there's a few linen viscose that I selected, so I'm going to show you a couple of them. I've got 4 different ones. This is one of them. So this is a pink and cream, I would say. It looks a bit white on the camera. It's such a nice quality fabric. It's actually a viscose linen, not a linen viscose. It's definitely it definitely has more of a linen texture, but it's really good quality fabric. I really like it. I love the color. So this is one of them. I don't have many meters for each of these fabrics, unfortunately. Yes, this is really just a trial. This is another one that I really like. So we have a light blue with these beautiful patterns. I think it looks so gorgeous. So cream and blue again. I forgot to say I can only sell in the UK. That's the other thing I need to tell you. And I'm sorry if you're watching this from another country and you really like them. Hopefully, hopefully this can be something bigger than what it is now. But yeah, at the moment it's basically just me selling on behalf of this little fabric shop that I thought the owner was a really nice person. The other fabrics I want to show you, I think it's called a back crepe satin fabric. I think I saw that on Minerva, and I think this is that kind of fabric. With this lovely tiger marks, we call it tiger marks, with this pink background. I think they look really good on the pink background. I think it looks so nice, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I'm gonna keep this for me. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. So I only have 3 meters of this, I think. And then I'm gonna show you, what else can I show you? I'm gonna show you this one too, which is very different. So again, a bit of tiger marks, but sort of rainbow colors. This one a lot more satin, like overall satin fabric. Really like it. So that's that one, and I'm gonna show you one last fabric. There's about 16 of them on my page, so have a look if you're interested. I would really appreciate anyone sharing anything, because that obviously gives me some exposure. And this is this gorgeous pink with this like sort of fluorescent green and dark blue, I'd say. This is more like satin slash, it feels like a little bit polyestery, but it wasn't 100% sure. Back home we call this silk. It is not silk, 100%. I would call this satin with some polyester in it, but very nice quality, as in, I don't like polyester fabric, but I would wear this. I don't think this is a bad, the worst type of polyester ever. I think it's really, really nice, and I can definitely see this as a dress. I would absolutely sew a dress in this. Basically, if no one buys this, I will sew a dress. That's what I will do, like a wedding guest dress or something like that. It's so pretty, so beautiful. Anyway, please have a look at my page if you're interested. Doing the live yesterday just made me realize how much I've missed talking to you through the camera on YouTube, but also how much I love a live, because I love lives because people talk back, and I might do that on YouTube as well. I'm thinking, why not do YouTube lives? But I think I need to have maybe 100,000 subscribers for anyone to show up. But who cares, basically? If there's 2 of you, there was like 5 of us in the live on Instagram, or 4. At some point we were 2. So it doesn't matter, you know. I'm not here for that, basically. I'm here because I miss talking to people about sewing. I don't have that near me, and I always feel like, yeah, it's something that I miss not every day, but every week, definitely. There's a point where, I wish I had someone to talk to about sewing. And Instagram, the DMs on Instagram are the best for that. They are so fulfilling for me. Those conversations are the best. And if you're not on Instagram, if you're not talking to me on Instagram, please go and find me on Instagram. I absolutely love talking to you guys. It's something that I really, really like. And yeah, this format is different from Instagram, but I've missed that. For some reason, I've missed it. So these are the few fabrics that I've shown you from my, the few fabrics that I've shown you from my @caddycrea_fabrics page. There's obviously all of these fabrics are still on there. So far I'm going to show you the one that I sold out, but I might get more of this. So if you want more of this, please tell me, because this one, I had a few people asking me about this fabric. I only had 3 meters, but there might be, I think I have remnant. I think I've got more than 3 meters, but I needed to have at least 3 meters for the first sell. And it's written, oh, you can't see very well on this. It's written Soleil, sun. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, here. So in French, sun is soleil. So you can see here, it's written soleil. I love this fabric. It's so beautiful. This is a cotton fabric. And if this is the type of fabrics you like, also let me know, because that will be a really good feedback for the shop. So yeah, this is it. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if I'm, what's the word? Whistling. Is it whistling or whistling? No. What's the word? I can't know. I don't know what the word is. I got asthma, basically, and I feel like my breathing is not exactly how it should be. I'm fine though. Everything's fine. It's just, I think with summer, having more pollution, pollens and all that, I think sometimes I'm starting to whistle. Is it whistle? It's not whistle. Whistle. I don't know the word, but you know, I'm sure you know what I'm trying to say. So basically, normally I would be Googling on my phone to remember what is the word. I think I am pretty fluent in English. It's just being in front of the camera, it just gives me, I'm not stressed, but I'm sort of self-conscious, and then I forget words, and I stumble on my words, and I just mispronounce things. I just don't know what happened in front of the camera. Anyway, so this is it, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope I've not been too long. I think I've been very long, but I wanted to show you those few fabrics. I wanted to talk to you about my latest projects, because I've missed that. In terms of life update, I've moved house in January. So we've moved further out of London. We closer to green spaces, which is lovely. We have a bigger space to live in. This is the attic, and I basically have all my sewing stuff here. My husband is trying to sneak in and do his little corner with his games and screen, but I'm trying really hard for this to not to happen. But I think it will happen. I think he will get a little corner, which is fair. But I mean, it's been a game changer to have my own space, to just leave things as they are and just go and have dinner or go and prepare lunch or whatever and just come back, you know, because I can basically close the door, I can lock it in, because if my little one gets inside, that's it, that's the end, basically. I am so grateful for this space because, yeah, I mean, for the last 4 years, I had to unpack, repack again, and, you know, it doesn't stop you from sewing though. You know, I've been sewing, as I said, it's only been since January that I have my own space. But I understand why it makes such a massive difference. I'm so grateful for that. It's been a very difficult year overall for me, and the last 6 months have been really hard. So just to be completely honest, I think that there's time where you have to look after yourself, and sewing definitely took a backseat for me. But going home, having this chat with this fabric shop owner, him offering this to me really gave me a big boost of wanting to do more online, do more in terms of even business ideas. Obviously I have my 9 to 5. This is not my job in a way, but you know, it's just, it has made me start thinking about other ways, you know, I could maybe earn an income. You know, I'm not doing this for free, you know, I'm not going to pretend, you know, that I do. So I don't know, it's just, you know, sometimes life throws opportunities at you and you just think, oh, maybe I should explore this, you know. So because sewing is going to be easier, just not only logistically, but also I'm going to have more time going forward. I think for the foreseeable future, I should have more time going forwards, because we're trying to get to a point where our family we have a better family life, we have a more balanced family life. Because it's all nice and well to work, but there's a point where you do need, I think, to look after yourself, and I think we're trying to get a better balance. So if I manage to get more time that I can allocate to this, to Instagram, to maybe selling fabrics, to my partnerships with different brands, maybe that could be something different, you know. I don't know. I don't want this to become like, to feel like a job. I want to still enjoy doing this, and I want to make sure I enjoy sewing still, because this is the whole reason why I'm doing everything else. But if it can be something more sort of like business oriented, I'm not completely against it, but I just want it to stay authentic, if that makes sense. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been so good to talk to you. I will try and publish more videos. I will try maybe a live at some point, if you're interested, where we can talk about new patterns. I can talk about the things I've seen on Instagram, on YouTube. Yeah, I'm just trying to think, how can I make sure this is something that I do on a more consistent basis, because of how much I got from doing it. The only thing I have to be careful with is something that happened towards the end, when just before I stopped publishing, I had started to sew and think about content based on doing a YouTube video, and this is not how it should be. You know, I should just be sewing because I want to sew, which I have been doing for the last few months, and then show you what I've sewn. And this video feels so much more authentic and natural, because this is exactly what I've just done. So I don't want to be feeling like this is a like work, you know, like I have to think about what I'm going to talk to you about. I want this to just be organic, you know, I want this to be authentic. So that's what I'm going to try to do, so that I can carry on doing it, basically. So that's it, guys. I'm very sorry if you can hear. I think someone is doing something in their garden, but hopefully it's not been too nosy. Hopefully you've been able to hear me, and I've been speaking loud enough. If you haven't felt like it was a good quality, the sound was of if you have not felt like the sound was great, please give me some feedback in the comments, and then I can think about getting a mic again. Even though, yeah, I've loved just talking to my phone like this without worrying about the mic going up and down. And yeah, I am very bright, very sweaty and all that, but it's summer. I'm not complaining. I love the fact that we get some nice and hot weather. Not too hot, please, but this is lovely at the moment. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying around. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a lovely week, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video, and hopefully that will be very soon. Bye.